So initially, when I set out to film this video today or record this video, I really just had plans of driving out to the waterfront areas and just sitting in my car to record because it was raining very hard where I was. And when I actually got down to the waterfront, it wasn't raining down here, which was a big surprise. And I had left my camera in my car deliberately so that, if anything situations arise, I have my camera ready and I can capture some cool footage. So today I was actually able to capture a ton of pretty insane footage, which I'm going to be adding to this video, and you'll be able to see what I saw. Just a little bonus, a lot of bonus clips today, and some crazy things that I was able to capture out at the water. But regarding the topic at hand, let's get into it. Today, I want to discuss the importance of discipline in trading, and particularly setting limits on your trading so that we don't get into over trading and doing things, making decisions that we would not normally make if we were in our right mind. And that is where the channel name comes from. So today we're going to be diving into a very crucial element here, and we'll begin. Discipline is the foundation of successful trading, and discipline is so easy to overlook that let's break it down. Even the best strategies and research can collapse under the weight of emotional decision making. We do not want to get so emotionally involved and get out of the topic at hand, because the results are not going to be desired. Discipline is sticking to your plan, following through with your trades, and not getting carried away by emotions like fear or greed. So stick to your plan. You must have a plan. You must have a set limit of how much you're willing to lose, or a profit target. I really recommend setting a profit target. This is something that, in my early days, I really didn't have any grasp of. And if I had known these things back then, it probably would have saved me hundreds of thousands of dollars. So that's one of the main reasons why I'm making these videos, and it's one of the main reasons why I have the eBooks that I have created for you down in the description below, and the reason why they are priced at what they are priced at, because this is really priceless information. I just can't stress it enough how important these things are, and the reason that the price target must be set is so that you know when to stop, so that you have a cutoff limit, so that once you hit that, you can walk away. If you don't have any limit and you just say, how much can I make today? Then more often than not, our emotional greed and even fears and things can get in the way and can harm us. Even if we were up, even if we had, made $500 and we just want to keep going and see how much more can we make. It's sort of natural emotional greed. It's nothing inherently wrong, but you must know when to call it quits and just be happy with whatever you made that day, even if it's $25 or $50. What I want to impress upon you is to be grateful for whatever amount that you are making. If you are making a successful trade, if you are making a few successful trades, whatever that dollar amount is to you, that, we all started small. And if you can be happy with that $50, if you can be happy with even just making $25, but it was a successful trade, it took you 30 seconds and you went in and you came out, you made $25, you should be really rewarding yourself for that, because it's easy to get lost and in the grand scheme of things, there are people working hard jobs and making $25 every hour. So if you can get in and out of a trade and make $25, that's the reason that, really the main reason that I've priced these eBooks and this information at the price that they're at, is just so that you can psychologically grasp the concept that you can think bigger and you can think differently, and that $50, you're going to make that back. You're going to make that back and then some. It could save you, it could save you $50,000 just because you took an initiative. You took that step to learn and say, yes, I am committed to learning this at a deeper level. I'm committed to myself and I'm committed to growing, and to see $50, $100 as a great investment and not look at it from a state of lack or a state of that's too expensive, or it's all about your perspective and your mindset changing. So for me, I had no limits when I was trading, and my only goal was to see how much money I could make. And I did get the answer to that, and I made over 400% on my portfolio within about 8 months. And I had already had a substantial portfolio size. So without getting into numbers, you can put in you can do this on your calculator, a percentage calculator, and see what 400% be of a certain value. And I'll let you know that it was hundreds of thousands of dollars. And if I had learned these things way back then, I would have known when to call it quits, and I would have put that money aside, and I would have grown it in a safer way while still making some trades here and there and working with smaller numbers. But if we don't set those limits ahead of time, then the chance that you will be disciplined enough is practically non-existent. That these are things that we have to implement into our daily habits and write it down and meditate on being a successful trader, a calm, collected trader, if that's what you desire to be. All this knowledge can be applied to any area, I believe, that you are working in. Just for myself, this was trading, and it was investing, and it was dealing with money. And it's one of the most important things I think that we can do as we grow and learn is live in the way that is in alignment with my truest potential and my desired reality. So I want to touch on something that is equally as important as the discipline and these action steps that we take in our day-to-day lives. So there is a time to be actively engaged in the market, and there's also a time to step back, to review, and to reflect. So Neville Goddard speaks about the power Neville Goddard speaks about the power of imagination and how we create our reality through focused thought. But even Goddard acknowledged the importance of rest and letting the seeds that we plant through our imagination grow in their own time. So you're planting these seeds, but then you have to continue to water them and let them evolve at their own rate, that we can't just skip from planting that seed in the ground to tomorrow you have a full 20-foot tree, or an apple tree that's giving you apples within a week. It's going to take the time that it's going to take. But as long as that seed is planted, as long as you keep watering it and giving it some fertilizer, some nutrients, everything that's good for it, then you just have to trust that it's going to happen in its own time. And so with trading, rest is just as essential as the time that you spend at the screen. In fact, I would almost argue that the rest time and the meditation time and the time that you are away is actually more important, only based on how you're using your subconscious mind and how you're growing and evolving as a person. That time is like 80% of the work, and then the time at the screen is only 20%. But sometimes that is only experienced through your own life experiences. So at least it gives you the clarity to make sound decisions, avoid emotional trades, and prevent some burnout. So if you keep pushing without taking any steps back, you're going to risk making impulsive decisions, and impulsive decisions are what we want to avoid at all costs because they almost inevitably don't work out in our favor. So let's keep a level head, stay disciplined, track everything that you're doing, use the meditations, use the eBooks and the things that I have created and set out. Use the eBooks and use the eBooks available if you feel like you want to take that next step, if you're ready to take that next step in your own journey and become ultra disciplined and focused. And I believe that success will be inevitable for you. So thank you very much for listening to this video today. If you have anything to add, please leave a comment down below or comment your favorite part of this video. Guys, talk to each other and see what works and what doesn't work and help each other out. Leave a like on this video, subscribe for more. Thank you so much for listening. I will see you in the next one.